Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
We'll look at that issue when it comes on board. But Abu Minimsa de Bakwa Obabe here in the next 3 days or so. Near Farapi up in Comway. Selpesu Dienuya. But Obi say Green Ghana Day, yes. But tell him trees are being cut down around the airport bypass. Okay, so now let's go to June 10. Green Ghana Day, meaning say last year, June 11. Mekai Obeye who interview Bebre Waha both on phone near there. We have made in addition 7 million trees planted. Initially, I'm say 5 million. They say we are 7. This year, Obeka a seemingly overambitious target of 20 million trees for June 10. President launching 1st March into Mubabe. But what is Green Ghana for this year? Any agenda? No?
It's very ambitious indeed, Chairman. Me dawase bebre say wama me konya me ba besre Ghana fo nyina ne amanfo motie man mu ha so mo meboaye na yentimi ndi djumai na sebe na enkoyie kama na am say ni awokan ye no se djumadi ne beyi a na ebegina yensom so obi asombi ansa da djumadi na yi na ne ewo ho ne say Ghana my ye kwaya ne ye war chairman ya hwere dodo e wo my name statistics ne kire say abakosem kire say from 1900 ebedru ne almost 80% of Ghana's forest cover is depleted
The
state security they be na me can say me mo fra ye te ekurasi ofufuru so no ebedi bronya bia me ma me ya no de ebakuma se beto ebronya ntare mai na me kai pa se ye free akurase ba bia uhu edua bia se me hu se ye ba beduru kumase ana eduru se ye beduru empempeso bia be hu se canopy of trees so much so that car na ye de bakra na so the headlight canopy of trees where you get from Offenso all the way to Kumasi, and then in Jinapor. Chama, me no say timber industry. It's literally collapsed. I don't know if you know that the timber industry is collapsed. It literally doesn't exist. Why? Because multiple reasons though, but the raw material does not exist. You can't have an industry without raw material. Yeah, but me horny enemy because a timber industry actors in the industry. So kind of Ghana timber industry that was a major one. Kufo. Yes, yes. Takrade thrived on the timber industry, and then
sawmills.
You can't industry without raw material. You can't have a chocolate industry without cocoa beans. It just will not work. And so, baby, I want to say I'm some na I'm two na more. I'm I'm for any break kwan so endue ya. Me jiri say yam man no dachi. Sebe ebe ha dream bebre echirima ne bebre ofa kwaya ye wo ye man mu ha chama ye free bibi sustainable exploitation or harvesting of timber species no where ye harvest it must be sustainable. So minister ma concessions yenkutwa nua, and then the concessions are being granted in a way that you don't also avert your mind to planting. And you are your mark concessions in a manner that is not sustainable. So try the India. Why? Into the strategy, I dream for phobia basse. Ye be a normal immunity too. The Eddie kind. And they said we will work to stop deforestation. I just say in the year to quite bonus ni bejai enu nyina na akofa bayi yetu agudi aye say prospecting, reconnaissance, and exploration in forest reserve na yejai mining in forest reserve. These are all the measures to deal with the first issue of stopping deforestation. Then the second one, aggressive afforestation and reforestation. I don't know green Ghana. And Green Ghana, name say a few tremuno. Yes, share we had a target of planting 5 million trees. In the end, we planted 7 million. Now, if we see 20 million trees. 7
million trees now. Have you followed up to check?
We have, and the report I've received from the Forestry Commission that 80% of them have survived. But let me be very quick to admit that, look, Chairman, lessons be brave or why from last year, and I think it's going to help a great deal. A boy be brave, I feel way. Ama inuani be brave, etimi, enyini, and I'm saying. I feel and I'm saying the planning was not as effective as this year, and therefore I feel we are insisting that 10 million of the 20 million seedlings, tree seedlings, will be planted in off reserves compartment, which is that. And you say the Niano Mamma for a dual baby compartment, CSC I'm a man for could dual. There also be a forest reserve if you want, so we can have multiple Achimota forests across the country if you want. So that is what we are doing this year. Secondly, you need corporate Ghana for so dinkita hu bebre. I'm a corporate Ghana for a adopted compartment so that, for instance, PCFM bit can say Ebeko Shire Hills, Moma compartment or honum. Forestry Commission for be prepare compartment kama. Yebema mu seedlings. Ebe two amnani nyina amamo. Yebeye lines ni nyina amamo. Now for the PCFM be call on Friday, June 10th, I could do the whole compartment. If you have to recruit people to help so that you can complete the planting, it may be the case. And now, some person will plant it 2 days, 3 days, 4 days to be able to plant the whole compartment. That may also be the case. And when it is all said and done, the arrangement is that we will brand the compartment in the name of PCFM. And actually, you are even a step further to say institution be crap joint ownership of a sort. Say maybe it is say we are in say babe harvest and as in economic trees and our chairman, as you know, one of the biggest lucrative emerging industries in the climate world is what we call carbon trading. Carbon trading. Babe is that the emerging, big money industry which is coming up. So that so person who trade you compartment, on the carbon market. And also no to say no bit my sanction. In fact, so my means all companies, I know that a lot of them have stepped forward already, and there are all kinds of arrangement between, for instance, Talo and the Forestry Commission for carbon trading. Talo is going to plant so much. I know, for instance, the VRE, the Voter League, on Friday, they are going to plant along the Voter League. I know several state institutions and private institutions who are going to plant. I know, for instance, that the Pentecost Church is committed to plant 1 million seedlings on Friday. The Presbyterian Church is going to plant. I know the charismatic churches are planting. Chief Imam who are going to plant, and so on and so forth. But it is not late. Say, Forestry Commission, the Ministry of Lands, no yen share near my compartment, and then me patrol. Sana me free hano the numbers be tuja. Na Forestry Commission offices so ewo ho omodos omobi omopoma ewo ho a obi abetimi akọ obi abetimi akọ have it obi abetimi akọ ho ama omne omakọ ye hyehye no enti eno ne baako ana de ka ho biem ene se yepese schools edua nnua enti na wotwe mi ya no made Deputy Minister Honorable Benito Owusubio, who is actually the chairman of the planning committee of Cape Coast and the Ministry of Education, the Ghana Education Service, I can launch what we call one student, one tree. Say if you are there, bay schools what Ghana bebo modern say dano. You day at least 1 hour be you bay 1 hour be in the day. Ama school ni be dua edua baako, one student, one tree. And sana amount for so Accra Mall in Yeni bi obo honom, Achimota Mall e bi honom, PCFM hakre bi be see her assembly say wo my way nyina mu no ye de Yeni bi akosi honom. Forestry Commission offices across the country will have seedlings no me besre obia ni ho so ton mo bia seedlings no ye che no kwa yenton bio peso beton seedling ama obi an me srew maya sonti And I'm saying, Kasem Ubian to seedlings. Seedling, no 20 million seedlings have been prepared, and the 20 million seedlings are going to be distributed free of charge. Now, Chairman, the Kamu BM say, I feel we say, ye be the friend economic trees. Until you say, you do nuaneke, you do nuana, nuane bois, ama ye forest cover, no, ye increase, a bois vegetation, a bois environment, a bois the fight against climate change, and so on and so forth. But we are also mindful that we are pumping money into this project, and therefore it must be a source of investment, which is why we have deliberately decided, say, about planting economic trees. So we are planting rosewood, edum, mangoes, pear, mahogany, and several others, you know.
But is here today.
Made a brew, and a special present to the Chairman General from the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources.
And for Chim could you see? We could you see? Wait a minute, Mark would you see? Nobody sign out to home.
This is it.
Abu Jinapor.
This is it. Me that's it.
We could you see?
That's it, pa. No. And we are not so specialized in the idea, but. And then finally, Chairman, and that one is my pet subject. Chese, me say a few way you bit my nininamu, Nancy Beshasi. And what is that pet subject of mine? Oko capital cities be bria, Chairman, across the world, especially the Western world, developed world. You will see that two prominent features makes a capital city or makes a modern city worth a salt. Normally, one, you mostly, almost invariably, will find a river passing through the center of the city. And then, near Tosuminu, who say, Yedua Inua, and in many cases, one type of Edua on all the principal streets of the city.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And it's so beautiful. And so, for instance, Obefa Makola or Central Business District, all the way to say Oyarefa. Okay, that ceremonial street. I don't know the name of the street. Is it Presidential Street or what? Or Liberation Street?
Ceremonial.
Yeah, ceremonial street. That street. From one type of tree, all the way.
But I when Obidi Yaba said you train near airport bypass.
Airport bypass.
Obi the message by say airport bypass. You train near Bio. Maybe we'll have to check that as well.
We'll check. Me small little girl, my daughter, 7-year-old daughter, or go school by East Legon, Underbridge. So much in Yebu or Hobby. I think said they are coming to build another stretch of the road.
Yeah, they're clearing the place.
Yeah, they're clearing the place to dualize it. Became very upset. So she said Green Ghana, and when I was coming from school, trees have been,
they are browning Ghana, not greening Ghana.
This is the point. So, but we'll investigate.
Okay. So the 10th of June, 3 days from today, what will happen? Then ABC.
So 3 days from today, on the 10th of June, President Akufo-Addo will lead the country to plant 20 million tree seedlings, and President Akufo-Addo will kick off the planting at the Efua Sutherland Park. Efua Sutherland Park is also another baby a war the capital city Accra. You say a boho buying. Omanpanyi be dua ne dia wo honom. Na odua wi a yene Forestry Commission officials e be dua nua bebre e wo Efua Sutherland Park. The idea is that we should reforest the Efua Sutherland Park. So that is the first thing. The president will lead the nation and will plant the commemorative presidential tree at the Efua Sutherland Park. The vice president will travel to Tamale and plant in Tamale.
Okay.
Speaker of Parliament, my name, second deputy speaker of Parliament.
First or second?
The first is not also
okay. So
the second deputy speaker of Parliament will lead Parliament to plant at the presence of Parliament.
Okay.
I've got an indication from the speaker that Parliament will rise on Friday for members of Parliament to travel to their various constituencies to lead their constituents and their constituencies to plant, to engage in this tree planting exercise.
After Friday,
yes, Otumfuo will plant in Kumasi. Ochehine will plant. Yana will plant. Wana will plant. Nairi will plant. The Chief Justice will plant. As I say, we are going to plant in Achimota for the Chief Imam will plant. Various religious leaders are going to lead their churches to plant. All ministers will lead all ministries to plant. All state agencies, chief executives and MDs and MMDCs and regional ministers will lead their various enclaves to plant. The chairman general will plant.
Amen.
Yes, the chairman
I'm
general
planting
will
this
plant.
in my house.
Chairman, you plant.
I mean, they're planting in the yard.
And 20 million a day. A biwum. Sebe Ghana Nibia is obedua edua bakwa. That means we are talking about 20 million Ghanaians planting a tree a day. That would be overly ambitious. So some of us will have to plant more than one. I mean, I hope that on that day I'll plant 100 because I'll plant at Fort Salalam Park. I'll plant with the British High Commissioner in Achimota Forest, and I have to travel to Damongo, my beloved constituency, Damongo,
to go and
plant in Damongo. And let me just conclude by also saying that President J. Kufuor has been very gracious, the good old statesman and grandfather and father of all of us. He's been very gracious and accepted to travel out of Accra to go to Gumua or so. President Kufuor is going to go to Gumua with his advanced age and everything. The president is still going to pay his dues and continue to serve his nation by traveling to Gumua to plant. And I'm also very happy, and I should thank President John Dramani Mahama for agreeing to plant a tree on that day. This is a national exercise. This is a Ghana project. This is not an MPP, NDC, CPP, a Christian, Muslim, North, South, young, old project. This is a Ghana project. We are all having to come together to protect the future of future generations, our children and great-grandchildren. So this is really the point.
Samuel Abdullahi Jinapor, MP, Damongo, Minister of Lands and Natural Resources.
Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.